Hello, and welcome to an introduction to Stenotype. So, what is Stenotype? Stenotype is a way of writing or typing on a specialized keyboard machine. The keyboard will look just like this. The letters are always the same. They are different from the laptop computer, as you can see here. Your fingers will rest exactly on the same keys always. So your left finger, pinky finger, will always be on the far left S key, and so forth with each. So if you have your machine now, go ahead and gently rest your 4 fingers on each hand between the 2 top and bottom keys, and then your thumbs will go between the 2 vowel keys on each hand. So just get a feel of that's where your hands are always going to rest. So when you push any key, you will always know what you're pushing, because your fingers will never go to a different side, go up or down, unless we hit the numbers bar. Okay. When you begin learning the letters, training your mind to remember where these letters are, you're going to learn that you can depress one key and it can make a word, multiple keys all at the same time to make a word, and you'll always know that the keys will always be in the exact same spot. So when you write the word cat, for instance, we spell it in English C-A-T. But in Stenotype, it's more of a phonetic spelling. You can see there is no C, but the C sounds like a K in this instance, so we would use the K. K-A-T. So when you actually write all 3 of those letters, depress them all at the same time, you'll get the word cat. And when you've left your fingers up, depressed, you'll see on your screen or on your paper, if you have a paper machine, the K, the A, and the T. They'll always be in the same spot on your machine or on your paper. Those letters won't move left to right. They'll be in the same spot. If you have your machine already, you may have already figured out how to raise or lower the height of it, so that you have your best comfort. It is very important to be comfortable when you're writing, because you could be sitting in that position for a little while. And so if you're too high or you're too low and you're not comfortable, it will become more difficult for you. So it's important to find that right spot, that sweet spot, and practice from there. Another important thing to remember is that you want to make sure that you are working on what's called your accuracy from the very beginning of your study. Don't think that you can wing it. When you get to speed, you will work on that. When you're learning your theory and you're learning your letters and your numbers and how to move your fingers to make combinations, you want to instill into your memory, into your writing, the proper and exact, as close to exact stroke as you can get. That'll help you in your speed building when you get to that point. So when you're focusing now on actually learning your letters and your strokes, make sure you're learning them really well. Now, I know this is an introduction, but now I'm going to go over some terms that you're going to hear in the following videos, or maybe in the circles if you have social media and you're joined on any of the pages that you may hear, so that you can understand right away. So the first word is captioner. A captioner is someone who does this kind of work, and they do it through a specialized routing for television programs and stuff like that. So they do that in a real time, meaning right at the same time as they're hearing it, they're writing it, and it's being translated onto people's TVs for the deaf and hard of hearing, or someone who has the TV on mute. CAT, C-A-T, is short for Computer Aided Transcription. You're going to get, what you're going to be doing is building your dictionary. You're going to, whatever software that you have chosen, whatever theory you have chosen, you're going to have a dictionary. So this dictionary is what's going to communicate from your writer to your laptop. So when you are writing and you want to see what words are coming up, your computer aided transcription will be doing that. Okay, conflict. A conflict is where you have two words that sound the same or have the same outline, which is a note. So an instance could be the word red. You can do the word red, the color, R-E-D, and then you have read, like as in you read the book, R-E-A-D. But then you also have read, like I'm going to read the book, which is also R-E-A-D. So you can see where having your good notes can come in very handy, so that you know that you are training your dictionary and your fingers to write and spell what you want it to spell. Okay, CSR is short for a Certified Shorthand Reporter. This is a designation from states to states. Some of them use RPR, Registered Professional Reporter, CSR, Certified Shorthand Reporter, and so on. These are people who have taken and passed the national exams with a very, very, very high accuracy, and they are then credentialed as a registered professional or a certified shorthand reporter. NCRA is an acronym for the National Court Reporters Association, and this is the Association for Court Reporters and also other Stenotype professionals. You may hear voice writers. They have the NVRA, and they're different because they are using a different type of software where they use their voice that has trained the software to listen to their dialect, their accent and stuff like that, to create the perfect words for them to do, as we will be learning to do with our fingers. Real time means just like what it sounds. It's coming out at the exact time as you print it. So if you are like a captioner, you will be writing in real time. If you're in a court and they want to be able to see what you are writing on your laptop, that is going to be in real time, and it will be coming up as you typing it, or in Stenotype it's writing. Okay. A scopist is one who will help a reporter to read and translate the notes that the reporter has written, and a proofreader will go through and make sure that all the grammar and spellings and punctuation and all that is correct. And a stroke, as we learned earlier, is any time you take your fingers, any one or all, and make a depression onto the keyboard. So this is a slight introduction, and I hope that it helps you. And as we go through, these things will become easier to understand. And whatever theory book you have, if you want to tweak it to however you feel comfortable, then as you're going, you're going to be the one that's writing. It's important that you know what you're writing and that your dictionary knows what you're writing. It'll save you a lot of time in the end if you have to transcribe your work. Some states don't mandate that all things are written out. Some mandate that they do write everything out. And by that I mean if you do a deposition here in Florida, the attorney is not required to have it printed out and sent to them. Some states do require. As I live in Florida, I don't know what every state does require and doesn't require. So oftentimes you'll just have to refer to your own state's laws and regulations. Okay, so that's a introduction, and we will move into lesson 1 with our letters.